Paul Newman is a writer who travels to Stockholm to accept the Nobel Prize and is caught in a web of intrigue. Don't miss The Prize, Saturday at 8 on member-supported WPBT. This weekend on Member Vision, seafood gourmands will love the first installment of Floyd on Fish. You'll learn all about the joys of bringing great fish to the table. On St. Elsewhere,
Ehrlich, you're a pig. That's very original. They didn't even spell Ehrlich right. This is not funny. Whoever is doing this, it's not funny anymore.
world-renowned language expert John Rassius shares his methods with hundreds of Chinese teachers. And Dudley Moore joins gifted conductor Sir George Schulte to showcase the violin and the woodwinds as the 5-part series Orchestra continues. This weekend on Member Vision.
Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time.
The original Twilight Zone, now weeknights at midnight on Member Vision.
We live in a world that's constantly changing. What's here today may not be here tomorrow. To understand what lies ahead, we need to know just where we are and what it's taken to get us this far. This season, the American Experience looks back at the birth of our nation with a revealing new portrait of the father of our country.
I think George Washington had a midlife crisis. After his first experience of battle, he wrote to his brother and said, "I have heard the bullets whistle, and believe me, there is something charming in the sound."
Then, Rick Burns explores a disturbing chapter in our quest to conquer new frontiers, the tragedy of the Donner Party.
The Donners said they would commence to eat the dead people if they did not succeed in finding their cattle.
It's got everything. It's a Greek tragedy. It's a great test of human character.
The frontier claimed other casualties, great tribes of the plains, and the man sent to destroy them, George Armstrong Custer.
My father said that Custer was one of the meanest, arrogant, overbearing people he ever saw.
We'll also march on the front lines of the bitterest, bloodiest battle of the labor movement with Walter Reuther and the American Auto Workers. And march to a different drummer as the bold, brassy sounds of John Philip Sousa take you back to the bandstands of yesterday.
On the eve of the first contact with European culture, the Pueblo peoples were a peaceful, highly successful civilization.
But all that changed with the arrival of Christopher Columbus. Now, 450 years later, the Pueblo people struggle to preserve their homes, religion, and way of life. As the modern world closes in, see how a threatened culture is surviving Columbus. Because so much depends on this year's election, PBS will be there with in-depth reports and analysis you've come to trust. Special coverage from Robert McNeil and Jim Lehrer. A look at the effect of Latinos at the ballot box. Observations from Bill Moyers as he continues listening to America. And a Frontline special report on the candidates themselves. Also this fall on Frontline, a probing investigation into backroom dealings of campaign financing. Go behind the scenes in Hollywood to see how movies are made and where the profits go. And examine the impact of the Clarence Thomas Anita Hill hearings 1 year later. And for candid conversations with leaders in politics, entertainment, and the arts, find out why today's newsmakers are talking with David Frost.
Who invented his robes? They're not really very practical.
An audience with the Queen of England is hard to come by.
The Archbishop of Canterbury arrested.
But this fall, you'll receive a royal welcome at Buckingham Palace as we meet the woman who signs her name Elizabeth R.
How very fascinating.
See what it's like to be queen for a day or a night in an intimate portrait of England's beloved monarch.
Today, we are announcing the closing of 11 of our older plants.
It's a long way from Buckingham Palace to the streets of Flint, Michigan.
The effect on Flint is absolutely devastating.
When GM closed its doors in the mid-'80s, Flint-born filmmaker Michael Moore started asking why. The result was the film Roger and Me.
We've been looking for Roger Smith, and we're wondering if he was here right now.
Okay, I have no idea whether he's here or not, but you are going to have to leave the club.
He never found Roger, but now Michael's going back to his hometown, and POV's going with him. For the first time on broadcast television, POV presents Roger and Me with Michael's all-new update on Flint today.
Paul Newman is a writer who travels to Stockholm to accept the Nobel Prize and is caught in a web of intrigue. Don't miss The Prize, Saturday at 8 on member-supported WPBT.
In Egypt, a team of scientists builds their own pyramid to discover secrets of this lost art.
They want to use levers, but the levers don't work well in the soft tuffla, as they do on a hard surface.
Well, we could do it with the wood levers, too.
Let's do it with the wood levers.
In California, a controversial new treatment may be the only hope for victims of a mysterious disorder.
I had never seen anything like it, and I think no one else on the board at the time had either.
In Bolivia, join the search for history's most famous outlaws, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Find out we get the fiber people on it. That'll only cost Nova another $500 or so.
In Australia, these dolphins gather at this beach to socialize with humans. Why? And whether they're on the plains of Africa or in local zoos, nearly all animals today depend upon human keepers. For some species, human intervention is all that stands between survival and extinction. National Geographic explores the complex relationship between animals and their keepers. The frontier of New Guinea is the destination for nature, a place where the landscape is as bizarre and beautiful as the creatures that live there. Then on to Tanzania, where the tree of music grows, Impingo, ebony. This jet black wood is prized by artists and musicians, but like the animals of the area, its existence is threatened, its future uncertain. From the frontiers of nature to the frontiers of medicine, the Health Quarterly uncovers the complex problems facing our healthcare system today. And if you used to hate green beans,
it's quite soft and mushy, and not much flavor,
then you're going to love Scientific American Frontiers, as they give you a taste of the future. Also, monkey around in the treetops of Costa Rica. Have a ball at MIT's annual design contest. And see why these scientists have outfoxed this fox.
Yeah, you look like Little Red Riding Hood.
Welcome to the bottom of the world. Welcome to Newton's Apple, a show that answers your questions about science, technology, and the world around you.
Celebrate 10 years of Newton's Apple with a trip down under, way under, to Antarctica. Then warm up with Hollywood's bravest stuntmen. Unlock the mathematical mysteries of pi and see how football can be dangerous even off the field. It'll be weird. It'll be wacky. So whatever you do,
Don't you dare touch that dial!
America's Little Darling comes to Member Vision. Join us when Broadway's Tommy Tune leads a special toast to Shirley Temple. Then stay with WPBT for The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the making of a movie classic.
I'm Glinda, the Witch of the North. You are? Oh, I beg your pardon, but I've never heard of a beautiful witch before.
Angela Lansbury hosts this nostalgic look at the world's all-time favorite movie. Friday on Member Vision.
You are in danger. My life has been threatened, Mr. Perot.
It's Murder on the Orient Express.
Can't touch nothing.
Albert Finney, Ingrid Bergman, Sean Connery, Lauren Bacall, and Richard Widmark star in the Agatha Christie thriller Murder on the Orient Express. Then, a wealthy American woman marries an English aristocrat and suddenly disappears. Jeremy Brett as Sherlock Holmes investigates the case of the eligible bachelor on Mystery. Saturday on Member Vision.
WPBT gratefully acknowledges the valuable contributions of the members of our Chairman's Club. more information about the WPBT Chairman's Club, call 1-800-222-9728.
This is Member Vision, WPBT, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
This is Member Vision, WPBT, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
Some people hustle food, some people hustle cars. But have you ever heard about the man who hustles stars? Jack Horkheimer, Star Hustler, director of the Miami Space Transit Planetarium.
Our episode for this week, Monday, February 7th through Sunday, February 13th, is the Valentine's Day Planet and how to track it.
And now here to tell you all about tonight's sky and the biggest show of all, the universe, your Star Hustler, Jack Horkheimer.
Greetings, greetings, fellow stargazers, and have we got a Valentine's Day planet for you. A planet whose very ancient symbol is still used today as the image of the fast messenger who delivers gifts and flowers to sweethearts around the world every February 14th. Can you guess which planet? Can you guess which symbol? Let me show you. Okay, we've got our sky set up for Monday evening, February 14th, Valentine's Day evening, 45 minutes after sunset, where, if you look to the southwest and have a clear, cloudless, flat, unobstructed horizon, you will see our cosmic friend, who appropriately blushes a pale pink color, and whose ancient embodiment as the swift messenger of the gods is still used as a reminder that if you want to get flowers to your sweetheart quick, you can order them via a modern messenger that travels at the speed of light over telephone wires, FTD. No, this is not a commercial. And fittingly, if you miss bestowing the appropriate gifts on your loved one February 14th, well, you'll probably not only be out of luck love-wise, but also sky-wise. For February 14th is the last good day to see the Valentine's Day planet in its best appearance for the entire year of 1994. The planet is, of course, good old Mercury. And I hope that you have been tracking Mercury over the past couple of weeks, because it is only seen well in the skies about 2 weeks at a time, and in fact was at its very best for viewing last week. And to show you, we'll do something we usually don't do on Star Hustler. We will run our skies backward rather than forward. So, Monday, February 14th, Mercury is only 3 degrees above the western horizon just after sunset, whereas Sunday the 13th, it was 4 degrees. Now on Saturday the 12th, 5 degrees. Friday the 11th, 5 3/4 degrees. But if we want to see it at its highest, we have to go all the way back to the beginning of this week, where on Monday the 7th, it was 7.5 degrees above the southwest horizon. So if you happen to be catching this show at the beginning of its run, you'll have time to see how rapidly Mercury drops from Monday evening the 7th to 1 week later, Monday evening the 14th, Valentine's Day. As quick a demonstration of the quickest planet that you'll ever see. February 7th, February 8th, February 9th, the 10th, the 11th, 12th, 13th, and ta-da, Valentine's Day the 14th. A planetary reminder that you've only got a few days left to get that special someone a love token. And which planet, if you miss on the 14th, well, you won't see it again until the last day of the month, February 28th, when about 50 minutes before the sun rises, you will see it blushing pink in the east, just above the fully flushed red planet, Mars. The M&M planets, Mercury and Mars. And I blush too, if I forgot that Valentine's Day is a red letter day for lovers. I mean, even the cosmos is there to remind us this year if we just keep looking up. Order it while it's still available. The second Star Hustler video, Tales of the Night Sky, a collection of celestial short stories, cosmic mysteries, and stellar adventures. Call now.
Star Hustler is produced in cooperation with the Miami Museum of Science and Space Transit Planetarium and is made possible by a grant from the William J. and Tina Rosenberg Foundation, Miami, Florida, USA, where the stars come out to play at night.
This program is brought to you by the members of WPBT.
Funding for this program is provided by the people of Florida through the Florida Senate and the Florida House of Representatives.
Welcome to a place that is always just beginning, that rouses itself day to day and year to year to admire what it's made, starting with nothing, then rushes to invent itself all over again. Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. There are a million stories in the streets of the cities we never finish building. We intend to tell them all.
This is Member Vision, WPBT, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches. Major funding for this program is made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the annual financial support of viewers like you. Additional funding is provided by the Health Insurance Plan of Greater New York, the Robert Wood Johnson Jr. Charitable Trust, the Vincent Astor Foundation, Rosalind P. Walter, and the Geraldine R. Dodge Foundation.
A child's world is not like our world. Each day is a new life. Each moment is met with an open mind. And each corner is turned with curiosity. So doesn't it make sense, while the slate is still clean, to fill it with the brightest pictures and the nicest thoughts? It's what they'll always find on the children's programs of public television. For as long as they've been watching us, we've been watching over them.
Excellence in Enterprise honors its top Palm Beach County business and civic leader Tuesday, March 1st at the Palm Beach Gardens Marriott. The Nightly Business Report's Paul Kangas will MC this luncheon event, which will include renowned motivational speaker and business consultant Don Beveridge. Call 407-688-1600 to make your reservation.
This is Member Vision, WPBT, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
Local presentation of NBR is made possible in part by the law firm of Mershon, Sawyer, Johnston, Dunwoody, and Cole, with offices in Miami, West Palm Beach, Key West, and Naples. By the School of Business and Entrepreneurship of Nova University, specializing in graduate business programs for mid-career professionals on and off campus throughout South Florida. By the Sunbank Trust and Investment Management Group, individual investment programs managed by experienced professionals for peace of mind banking, trust and investment management from Sunbank, and by the financial support of the members of WPBT. Local presentation of this program is made possible in part by Publix, wishing you and your family a holiday season of joy and happiness. And by the members of WPBT. If you prefer to mail in your contribution, you may send your check to WPBT 2, P.O. Box 2, Miami, Florida, 33261, 0002. Lawrence Welk salutes the swing era with a champagne toast to the big bands. Then the Glenn Miller Band reunion gets underway with host Jack Jones.
And away we go. While you listen to the sleigh bells ring, you're yodeling to your baby.
You won't want to miss this spectacular showcase of hits from the 30s and 40s. Saturday on Member Vision. This is Member Vision WPBT, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches. This program is brought to you by the members of WPBT. WPBT, Channel 2, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, public television for South Florida concludes its broadcast day. We've been transmitting from the Harry Rich Community Television Transmission Center. Good night.